Give me a demo of that meth. Gave me a sample of that meth. I tried it and I liked
it. Hey man, real estate ain't shit. You already know what the fuck is going on, man. We posted here because we gotta talk about something that's crazy and it's very near and dear to my heart. It's this nigga fucking Kodak Black, man. Damn, man, this nigga, I don't know, lately this nigga's been talking about his like meth use and like how, I don't know, like he sort of went in detail on it on DJ Academics. He was basically talking about how he has tried meth before. Well, let me go back. Let me start from the beginning. So Kodak Black has always been like outspoken and talks about his struggles and shit, like even on Twitter and everything, but he just kind of goes into detail with it, and I feel like you gotta really like commend that shit, because it's like you shouldn't be shaming people for this shit. You shouldn't be hating on niggas for this shit. You shouldn't even be feeling any type of way. Like, it's a sickness the same way cancer and alcohol, like, well, not alcoholism. People don't, it is a sickness, but people don't always see it as a sickness right away. But it's like a mental illness for real. So this nigga be really going through it right now. This man Kodak deleted his Instagram, his Twitter, like all his social media and shit. And he basically said, the last messages he said where he was crying. But it's just sad, man, that he had an interview with DJ Academics and he sort of talked about the more recent revelation that Kodak failed a drug test and he has to go to a 90-day treatment program. He didn't really go into detail with like the shit that he had to fucking like do for the 90-day or when the fuck that shit was gonna happen, but he was talking about how, I don't know if he was saying that he did meth recently, but he said that it seems like it was pretty recent, and then he had to stop recently, like in the last like weeks or two, I guess, since his drug test. But he was doing he tried meth and he liked it, and I think it was more of a thing that he said in the interview that like in Florida, like the meth is really stepped on because it's like pills and stuff. Sorry, the Molly is really stepped on because it's pills, and then they put meth inside of it. And I guess he accidentally tried meth. I think he said in the interview he accidentally tried Flocka. And if you're in South Florida, you know about that shit. Like that shit is like heavily prevalent within the scene. Like the drugs, like people don't be testing their drugs and shit. So like a lot of the shit niggas be trying is like fucking like meth and shit inside of it. So man, it's just sad. But this nigga was basically going into detail about it, said he tried it a couple times. And then recently on a song that he had with I think even Wiz the Wizard was in the song, this nigga was talking about how he fucked with meth and he liked it. Like that was like the main bar in this. I think that was the chorus. This nigga was saying, I fuck with meth and I like it, some shit like that. So, you know, you see some rappers like flexing. When you see the rappers flexing weird drugs, it's like getting in a weird direction. And Kodak's a weird dude, but it's like, first we saw niggas flexing the weed in the early 10s, and niggas moved to the fucking Molly, then these niggas moved to the Zans, then these niggas moved to the lean, then these niggas, now it was like the era of the perks. Now it's, I don't know, but then after the perks it moved to whippets, and you seen hella rappers started taking like whippets and nitrous gas and shit, and that was a little bit far in the other direction too. Now the new era is meth. These rappers are flexing that meth, man. And that shit is just crazy, but it just shows how real Kodak is, because I feel like he's an artist that really embodies his pain and he talks about it and shit. And I just hope nothing bad happens to him and he doesn't do anything crazy. But you see what he's going through, losing close friends. You see what he's going through, man. Like losing close friends, losing artists and stuff. Like not even on some dying shit, but just losing friends, like fucking people that he fucked with and cared about and shit. So it's just, I guess, a tough situation, man. But it just, I don't know. You also got to be careful, because lots of fans be looking at you and they look at you as like a fucking like a god level person, and they do what you do. So it might have niggas thinking, oh, it's cool to do meth. I hope it's not cool to do meth, and I hope he's off of it. But like in the interview, he made it seem like he doesn't do it that much anymore, because he said he had to get off of the Molly and shit, because it was like fucking up his brain, because there was so much other shit inside of it. But man, that shit crazy. But it's real that he's honest, because a lot of people don't be talking about shit. Like a lot of these stars, they don't talk about their honest struggles with everything, and like all the stuff that they be going through, like in detail, like that, like how Kodak does. It's just next level, man, and it's just sad to see. And I don't know when he has to start that 90-day program, but because he failed the drug test, he has to do a 90-day program. And I wonder if it's for that type of shit, because I don't really think Molly's like an addictive drug, but I guess when you do meth in it, it makes it addictive, so maybe it was hard for him. But it sounds like this nigga's having a tough time just by his recent tweets, basically saying that he didn't know who to trust and all this stuff, especially with Wiz the Wizard dying and everything, man. Like, it's just like, I can imagine that shit is crazy as fuck. But hope he just keeps his head high, stay off that shit, man. Just smoke weed or something, get a medical card. But sometimes that weed not hitting, man. Sometimes that pookie hitting different. So, hey, man, I hope this nigga okay. Real stay safe shit. You already know what the fuck going on. We posted here today. Like, comment, subscribe.